The prosecution in the trial of Oscar Pistorius is relying on circumstantial evidence to prove the Paralympian is guilty of premeditated murder.
You fired at Riva. These other versions of yours cannot work.
True,
you fired
lady.
at her. You did.
Mr. Pistorius emotionally responds from the witness stand
I screamed, I said, get the out of my house.
as he tries to convince the judge that his killing of his 29-year-old girlfriend, Riva Steenkamp, was a horrific accident. Let's break down some of the key questions in the case and look at how both the prosecution and defense are approaching them. 1. Did he know where his girlfriend was? The prosecution alleges Mr. Pistorius was shouting at Ms. Steenkamp, not a supposed intruder, when he stormed into the bathroom and shot her. In Mr. Pistorius' telling, hearing noises coming from the bathroom, he sprung into action out of fear for his life. He says he didn't recall double-checking where Ms. Steenkamp was. The defense invoking a moonless night defense that it was too dark for him to see his girlfriend wasn't in bed.
In the bedroom itself, couldn't see anything at all, not even my hand in front of my face.
2. Whose scream did the neighbors hear? A neighbor says she heard gunshots on the night of the murder, followed by the terrified screams of a woman. The defense team suggests Mr. Pistorius sounds like a woman when he screams, and he was the one screaming in horror after discovering he'd accidentally shot his girlfriend. But then an ex-girlfriend of Mr. Pistorius has testified when he shouted at her, he sounded like a man. 3. Did he fire his gun accidentally? Mr. Pistorius suggests he didn't intend to fire his gun, and had done so involuntarily in a moment of terror.
I didn't intend to shoot. My firearm was pointed at the door because that's where I believed that somebody was.
But the prosecutor says that statement contradicts Mr. Pistorius' self-defense defense, that he fired the 4 shots from his gun because he feared someone was about to harm him. 4. Did his girlfriend love or fear him? The prosecution presents text messages from Mr. Pistorius' girlfriend of a little more than 3 months, saying she was scared of how you snap at me. They portray him as a man with a fiery temper, the same ex-girlfriend recounting his fits of anger and shouting. The defense counters they were in love, offering to the judge affectionate WhatsApp messages between them containing pet names and the letter X for kisses, and having Mr. Pistorius read a Valentine's card from her.
And then it says, I love you.
5. Why the sobbing on the witness stand? The prosecution alleges that Mr. Pistorius' frequent tears during the trial are a result of his exasperation at trying to keep his story straight.
Why are you emotional now that the question is so difficult?
Mr. Pistorius suggests his emotions are remorse for accidentally killing Ms. Steenkamp.
I did not fire at Riva.
These and other point-counterpoints in the trial offer the judge 2 distinctly different narratives to consider. Under South Africa's system, the judge is the one who decides whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty on the standard of proof beyond a reasonable doubt.